Good morning, Head Start friends. Happy Tuesday morning. I hope that you're having a great morning so far, and I hope that you have a really good day today. I wanted to come on and do our good morning song together. That way you can see your friends and wave to them and tell them good morning. And then after our song, I have a fun Christmas story to share with you all. So let's go ahead and get started and sing good morning. And be sure to sing along with me. Good morning to you, and how do you do? Good morning to Tristan, good morning to you. Good morning, Tristan. Good morning to you, and how do you do? Good morning, Sophia, good morning to you. Good morning, Sophia. Good morning to you, and how do you do? Good morning to Hank. Good morning to you. Good morning, Hank. Good morning to you, and how do you do? Good morning to Holden. Good morning to you. Good morning, Holden. Good morning to you, and how do you do? Good morning to Carly. Good morning to you. Good morning, Carly. Good morning to you, and how do you do? Good morning to Felix. Good morning to you. Good morning, Felix. Good morning to you, and how do you do? Good morning to Zoe. Good morning to you. Good morning, Zoe. Good morning to you, and how do you do? Good morning to Kian. Good morning to you. Good morning, Kian. Good morning to you, and how do you do? Good morning to Scarlett. Good morning to you. Good morning, Scarlett. Good morning to you, and how do you do? Good morning to Ivan. Good morning to you. Good morning, Ivan. Good morning to you, and how do you do? Good morning to Haven. Good morning to you. Good morning, Haven. Good morning to you, and how do you do? Good morning to Eiley. Good morning to you. Good morning, Eiley. Good morning to you, and how do you do? Good morning to Riley. Good morning to you. Good morning, Riley. Good morning to you, and how do you do? Good morning to Chrisley. Good morning to you. Good morning, Chrisley. Good morning to you, and how do you do? Good morning to Drayson. Good morning to you. Good morning, Drayson. Good morning to you, and how do you do? Good morning to Brenna. Good morning to you. Good morning, Brenna. Good morning to you, and how do you do? Good morning to Colin. Good morning to you. Good morning, Colin. Good morning to you, and how do you do? Good morning, Brianna. Good morning to you. All right, boys and girls. Well, it is a good morning. It's a good day to have a good day. Let me show you what we're going to be reading today. The title is called The Biggest Christmas Tree Ever. This story is about two little mice who are looking for the biggest Christmas tree. So let's see if they find it and what happens. Once there were two mice who fell in love with the same Christmas tree, but you had to see it to believe it. So they both loved the same tree. I wonder what will happen. Everyone in Mouseville loved Christmas trees. Every Christmas, families all over town put up the biggest, most beautiful tree they could find. But first came Thanksgiving. The day before the celebration, Clayton, the house mouse, took a walk around Mouseville. He knew he should be thinking about giving thanks, but the chill in the air reminded him of Christmas. You know what, he said out loud. This year I'm going to find the biggest Christmas tree ever. Not far away, Clayton's friend Desmond, the field mouse, said exactly the same thing. So what are they both trying to do this year? They are both searching for the biggest Christmas tree ever. That night, Clayton helped his mom and dad, his brother Andy, and his sister Trudy make special cheese casserole and a nut pie for Thanksgiving dinner. Over at Desmond's house, Desmond and his brother Morris helped Uncle Vernon fix a big pot of vegetable stew and a cheesecake. They're helping cook for Thanksgiving, aren't they? Everyone ate too much. That's what we do on Thanksgiving, right? We eat too much. We get our bellies so full. After dinner, Clayton's grandma and grandpa sat in the living room, holding their tummies and grumbling. Over at Desmond's, the cousins from across the road stretched out on Uncle Vernon's sofa and took a nap. That's what I like to do after I get my belly full. Take a nice nap. The following morning, Clayton woke up early. He wanted to be first at Clara's Christmas tree farm at the edge of town. That way he could have his pick of the biggest trees. Over at Desmond's house, Desmond tumbled out of bed with the same thought. So on the exact same day, they're both going to search for the biggest Christmas tree at the same place. Clayton hurried over to Clara's, but it was hard to go very fast. He was still too full from Thanksgiving dinner. By the time he reached the Christmas tree farm, he was out of breath. He looked around. No one else was there. Moments later, Desmond arrived. He too was full of Thanksgiving dinner. He too had found it hard to hurry. He took a deep breath and stumbled inside. Clayton wobbled down the rows of trees. Here was a nice one, but it was too small. There was another, but it was squat and had a crooked top. Over there was a third, but it was average height and had big gaps between the branches. So he found a lot of nice looking trees, right? But it's not quite what he's looking for. He wants the biggest, doesn't he? Struggling down another road, Desmond was having the same problems. Clayton leaned against a tree. It was scrawny and not very tall. I'll never find the tree I want, he said. I'd better go home. And not far away, squinting at another tree, Desmond said, I'll never find the tree I want. I'd better go home. So they kind of gave up for the day, didn't they? Wonder if they'll ever find the biggest tree. When Clayton reached his house, it was only the middle of the morning, but he was still full and he was tired. He fell back into bed. When Desmond reached his house, he too went back to bed. Sounds like these two mice are a lot alike, huh? Clayton woke up for lunch and spoke to his dad. Dad said, get out this afternoon. Walk to the far edge of the Christmas tree farm. The biggest trees are there. So his dad told him to walk to the very edge of the farm. Maybe there will be some big trees. When Desmond woke up for lunch, Uncle Vernon told him the same thing. That afternoon, Clayton went out again. At the very same time, Desmond did too. Clayton walked to the far edge of the Christmas tree farm. He looked at one big tree after another, but none of them looked like the biggest Christmas tree ever. Down another path, Desmond was having the same bad luck. So they found big trees, but do they think they're the biggest? Nope, so they're going to keep looking. Starting to lose hope, Clayton peered around a very thick trunk. There's the tree trunk that they're looking at. Desmond peered around the same thick trunk. They bumped heads and fell down. I bet you're looking for the biggest Christmas tree ever, said Clayton. I bet you're looking for the biggest Christmas tree ever, said Desmond. Why don't we find it together, said Clayton. No one said we couldn't, said Desmond. Oh, so now they're going to work together. Let's see what happens when they work together, if it helps. Ooh, just looking at this page, I see lots of trees. Do you guys see a really big tree? Wow, look at that great big tree. I wonder if that's the winner. They set out through the rows of trees. They looked and looked until it was almost dark. Just as they were ready to give up, there it was, a Christmas tree so big and so tall, it reached the sky. It is a big tree. How will we cut it down? Clayton asked. It's much too big for the two of us. Where will we put it? Desmond added. It won't fit in your house or mine. Clayton and Desmond smiled. Our families will help us, they said together. Here their family comes. And that is what happened. Clayton's dad and Uncle Vernon came out with their axes, and with the help of Clayton and Desmond, they chopped down the giant tree. Both families called on friends and relations, and together they loaded the tree onto 100 red wagons and pulled it to Clayton's front yard. Look at them all pulling in the wagons. That's how they had to get it down. There, they decorated it with the most wondrous ornaments and colored lights. And on Christmas Eve, with all of Mouseville celebrating around the biggest Christmas tree ever lit up the entire hillside, Clayton and Desmond shared a high five. We did it, said Clayton. All of us together, said Desmond. So at first, they were trying to do it all by themselves, weren't they? And when they worked together, they were able to find the biggest Christmas tree. So it's always good to have somebody by your side to help you out, isn't it? Well, I hope that you all enjoyed that fun story today, and I hope that you all have a wonderful day. I will be calling some more of you today, so I always look forward to talking to you. And be sure to send me in some pictures, because I like seeing pictures of you working or playing or just whatever you want to send in, okay? All right, boys and girls, bye for now.